The Keeping It Real podcast is a production of SPINMASTER MEDIA.
Brother, you sold a building. They made a joint. You gonna come back in the morning and you want to tear all that shit down, but then Smoke got the last word. So yeah, I guess
It was very
Hogwood
satisfying.
got it coming. It's Hogwood got it coming. Mikey, Cyrus Drango, how's it going?
Hey, oh my God.
No.
Dude, it is an honor to be here, to be on your podcast. I can't wait to get started and talk about some amazing films and just have a great conversation.
You really? Well, I mean, before we even went on, I think you've listened to my podcast before. Well, it's your first time,
Yeah.
so but
First time on the show, but yes, I have. Yeah, I've been a listener. I liked your most recent episode. We talked a little bit about that before.
yeah, we did.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what the show brings,
Yeah,
and I'm very excited.
In case you guys didn't know, I released my last episode. I think was last 2 weeks. So thank you guys so much, obviously, for listening in and tuning in. That really means a lot. And hopefully I can get these episodes and more. I got a lot of stuff on the way, so stay tuned. Like I said from the last episode, you see a lot of big announcements and stuff like that, and I'm just hitting the ground running and stuff like that, because this podcast, I feel for me, I want to be able to kind of make it as big and better than ever before. So hopefully that will translate into manifestation. So hey. Well, but yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, no, for sure. Man, so as many of y'all don't know, I'm just gonna keep this brief too. Me and Mikey have been going way back, 6 years.
Very 7 years, yeah.
Merrimack there, literally the Merrimack days. I remember just meeting him in orientation and stuff like that. So in case you guys don't know about our friendship, so yeah, we've been friends for 7 years, and we've been buddies ever since, and we've been keeping in touch once in a while, and
yeah, we worked at WMCK. Shout out WMCK.
Yes, WMCK was my life, brother.
Yeah,
Every Case of Comedy with my buddy Spencer. Oh man, I miss Spencer, man. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've been friends for so long, and I'm so glad that we're finally able to do a show together. I'm so excited to get going.
Yeah, no, first, this is your first podcast debut, huh?
Yeah, I've never done anything like this before.
Really? I never knew.
Yeah, never done.
You've been doing radio for for WFCK, obviously, for music, for the Umbrella.
Yeah.
Stuff, and you're part of the e-board and stuff like that. So man, podcast debut, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm so happy to break into this, and I missed doing this type of thing. Obviously, I couldn't really do any radio outside of Merrimack, so it's been a couple of years. So I'm hoping I'm not too rusty, and we'll get going. And,
no,
yeah.
No. You're not too rusty. You're just getting into it, brother. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, outside of it, he's gonna be a future attorney too. You're gonna be a future. Let me tell you something. He's gonna be a future attorney very, very soon. This brother's in law school at Suffolk. That is crazy. Once he passes that bar, me and Mike are just gonna fucking celebrate and shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember we were talking about this too, over my birthday weekend too. Brother, we gotta go. We're going to. He's we're going to Shanghai. We're going to Thailand. We're going to Japan and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
It's all the bacon. So we're gonna have to see though.
Absolutely.
I had to put that in there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm currently at Suffolk Law. I'm in the evening program, and I'm in my second year. After this year, I have 2 more, and we're gonna just keep it pushing.
2 more.
Absolutely.
Baby. 2 more, baby. I honestly I cannot wait for my kid. Because as you may all know, he is my college son. This is like a running joke I have for so many years. But yeah, no, I'm proud of him though. I'm so proud of him and everything he's doing though. So But
Thank you.
I love Mikey more than you know. So hey, it's all up. It's all up for sure.
Yeah, dude, I feel the same way. Yeah, I'm just again so excited to be on the show, and yeah, this show is only up from here, so I can't wait to see what you got in store for all of us, all the viewers, and everyone watching at home. Thank you, by the way, for anyone watching at home. Thank you guys for taking the time. This is so cool.
Yes,
so thank you.
Absolutely. Just like subscribe on YouTube, get your podcast anywhere, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go to @KeepingRealPod. Follow us on Instagram, or we're launching a BlueSky page very soon. So just give us a follow and subscribe and follow for more antics like these. This is Keeping Things Real podcast presented by SPINMASTER Media. I am the one and only Cobbina Appiah, aka SPINMASTER C. So I'm your boy. I'm your boy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this won't be your average episode where I just like interview a couple people and stuff like that. But we're actually be talking about like 2025 films thus far, actually. So we actually did pick out 5 films that he and I both watched throughout the course of the year. We actually picked out 5 that I thought it'd be a good starter for sure. And just discuss about it, and just because there are so much good films this year. Can you believe it? Like this.
Seriously,
I feel like
we're back.
I feel that with 2023 and 2024, 2025 is up there when it comes to like a good year of movies. Definitely. Like I have never been this locked in my life.
No, I 100% agree. I think, obviously we had the big writing strike that has been taking up so much time in the past couple of years, and everything has been so in flux, of course, post-COVID.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the first year where we've had some box office issues, and we'll get into that, but as far as the artistic merit of these amazing films, especially independent filmmaking, and quite a few of the films we're talking about are more on that independent wave. Yeah, it's been a really special year, and I can't wait for award season to see what happens, because there's a lot of films that have an opportunity.
Award season is gonna go hard. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, it's gonna be close. Obviously we'll get into it, but
it's gonna be like by a shred, bro. Like a shred.
Yeah, seriously,
insane. Oh my goodness. So. Why don't we just get straight into it? Because like this,
I'd love that.
These 5 right here, I thought they're great. I mean, I'm actually gonna start this off by the one film that I remember during my birthday weekend. Like I just turned 27, so happy birthday to me, I guess.
Woo!
Yeah. But while Mikey was here, like we've been chilling and shit. So we were gonna go to the city, but we didn't get a chance to. But we stayed at home again and made it work. We watched a good late night flick called One of Them Days. It's a Issa Rae produced buddy female buddy film and stuff like that. Which I'm not gonna lie, this is like a Friday vibe type thing. So I thought it's so good. It has such comedic presence, such chemistry with Keke Palmer and SZA. So I'm just gonna say this has been a critical success for many. $51 million at the box office and 94% Rotten Tomatoes. Like what? Wow!
Crazy.
That has not been a feat since. I mean, I can't remember a female buddy film that has been able to achieve these feats. To be quite frank, I think it would probably be. The one film I can probably think of would definitely be Girls Trip. I think that was released back in 2017 when Will Packer produced it with Queen Latifah and all the cast there. So that's one film I can think of. So
no, I 100% agree. I'm so happy for Keke Palmer in particular, because she is somebody that has been such a star.
Yeah,
she's been such a star for so long, but this is the type of commercial success and critical success that we needed this, and I'm so happy for her. And yeah, I'm obviously also very happy for SZA, who absolutely killed it. She killed it.
This is her film debut. Yeah. Remember this. She's been doing
I know
for a long time, and this is her acting debut.
It's so funny too because like obviously, we don't always see the best, crossover when you have a very talented musician, but they're not as good when they start acting. But SZA is hilarious, and she was quite a standout for me. I loved her performance. I thought her character was like, I feel like we all know somebody like her that's just kind of doing crazy stuff, and you kind of have to be like, whoa, calm down. But
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
lovely.
with the boyfriend and everything, Keyshawn and all
Yes.
that good jazz.
And like, but she's so endearing too. It's like you root for her. Like even though she's doing all these crazy things, you're like, oh my god, stop being so crazy. But you root for her too.
That's how I'm feeling when I'm watching this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like
watching this movie, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, again, Keke Palmer is so quick with her humor, and the film in general is written very well. The humor is so on the fly, so quick. I'm curious how much was scripted, how much was improv with it, because there's some kind of back and forth moments that seem more improv-y.
Definitely more improv here and there for sure. Especially like with like the chemistry, like Kiki and SZA bounce off of each other though. Which that's what this is all about, like it's just about like this like improv and just make things more funny and more like naturalistic and stuff like that. I mean, you got Cat Williams out of nowhere. Shout out Cat Williams for that shit.
Oh my god.
Lucky. And then Maud Apatow is also in the movie. So it's like, holy shit, like you got these awesome. Oh, and then Lil Rel. You got Lil Rel up there? Like,
yeah, that was out of nowhere too. Yeah, that was crazy at the end. No, Cat Williams, in particular, every scene he was in was just, oh my god, so funny. He takes the screen up. Yeah, he's. I want to see him in more. I'm shocked that he's not like doing more stuff because he really is so funny. But I feel like he's kind of he's doing a little bit less now. But I hope he comes back to more acting roles after the success of this movie because I want to see him do more stuff. Yeah, I loved him in it. I love the actress as well who was playing the kind of motherly figure of the like complex. I forget her name, but she was wonderful too. She had such like a warm presence to her that I loved. I was like, oh, she's such a sweet character. But yeah, everyone was great. Everyone was just fantastic. What did you think of? Because I'm curious, specifically, and for those who haven't seen it, sorry, this is a minor spoiler, but there's at a time in the movie.
I forgot to say this. Like, explorers across the whole. Yeah, I think that's wise to get that out of the way. Get out of the way. But just this is a minor spoiler, so nothing super integral to the plot or anything. But at one point in the film, there's this art exhibition, and I really loved the set design and the lighting, particularly in that scene and everything. And I wanted to talk about that with you because, this film's shot in the West Coast. Clearly, it's like we're very much. Oh my god, yeah, we're in LA. I mean, it's such a gorgeous looking movie, but I loved how many night scenes there were because I feel like a lot of LA movies, it's all in the daytime or we're looking at all the palm trees, but I feel like they really captivated. This is all set in the day, to be quite frank. Yeah. Like
the
whole day.
Right. Yeah. It's like one, but then I loved how we moved into the night and I thought everything was so strong from a direction perspective, cinematography perspective. I loved it. I thought the art exhibition was really cool. I don't know if you had any thoughts about it or.
I thought it was great too. Like I feel like that it's about like community at the end of the day. Cause like when Kiki and SZA's character like thought of like, hey, like we could sell these like art portraits to like, like make it feel like homey and stuff like that. Like make it like a little house party. That was cool, honestly. And everyone in the neighborhood come together and, have that tight knit community. Cause that's what it's all about. It's about community at the end of the day. And also like, people who are living in also people who, especially like like Black Americans who are living in these type of neighborhoods, so like like just to have that like realistic or representation of that, like I think it's incredible.
Absolutely. Everything was handled obviously with care. Absolutely. But I loved like how definitely how honest the film is. I think that's one of its strongest qualities
with like when you're living with roommates, friendships, and then everything in between. So
and
all the good, the bad, and the ugly, all that good stuff.
Yeah, But yeah, no, I agree. As you mentioned, this is kind of like a, sort of buddy cop, without the cop part of it, but like, that type of,
part. Yeah.
right. But it feels that way. There's a great chemistry and the hijinks. I mean, people are getting electrocuted. People are getting shot at, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Everything is just like, oh my God. And I loved it because you don't know what's going to happen next, but you're ready. You're on the ride. Yeah. It's like, I didn't want to get off. It still felt grounded somehow, even though all these crazy things are going on. It still felt very grounded.
And just like get straight to the point. Yeah. Oh my
yes.
God. Like shout out
100%.
to the screenwriter and the director for this though. And Issa Rae, like, who is heavily involved with this producing this stuff.
It's funny you mentioned that because I didn't know she was involved. And yeah, she's someone to definitely keep watching because I had just I seen a recent performance of hers on the newest season of Black Mirror. She's doing some acting, and she was really good. But it's cool to see her in this producer role as well. And yeah, I thought she did a fabulous job. Everyone.
She's been wearing many hats, honestly, and I've been a fan of her for probably quite some time with like Insecure, and even before that, like I learned more about her background, like when she did her web series called The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl and stuff like that. That's how she got her jump with like HBO and stuff like that. So I thought it was so cool, like translate that to the television screen. So I thought that was really, really like amazing, especially like highlighting like like the Black culture in that sense, and also just like showcasing that sense. It's amazing though. Like that's like my source of inspiration, like alongside Don Glover for me. Because as many of you all know, like I have a background in film and TV, so that in itself, like I feel a bit inspired for sure. Yeah, I love Issa to a T. She's really great in what she does.
Totally. Yeah.
Well. Shit.
Yeah. No. 100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Issa Rae.
Yeah. I thought it was great, and yeah, I just can't wait to see what they all do. I'm excited for SZA too. Like SZA moving forward, I want to see her in more roles. I think clearly she's capable of a significant supporting role. Maybe a lead role will be for her down the line as well. We'll have to see.
You know they're doing a sequel, right? They're doing a sequel.
No, I've never. No, I didn't. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, like as soon as the success.
Wait, that's crazy. Oh my God.
As soon as like the success of the film is like they I think they announced at one point like there's a sequel in the works. Stay tuned for that one because I'm definitely gonna go to the theater. Either go to the theater again or watch it on Netflix or something. I think it'll be great.
Wow.
And Kiki is a return.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. Awesome.
Yeah. No, I can't wait for that too though. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. And the original production is coming back too. Ooh. But nothing better than K-pop Demon Hunters.
You know what's funny? I was about to say, I was like, speaking of singers turned actors, because we have kind of a crossover.
Like a little crossover. Yeah.
Wow. This movie is just like style. This is like everything is turned up to 12.
I watched it twice. Dude.
Twice. Did you see it? Were you able to see it in theaters? Oh, okay. You saw it in yeah. Dude.
But I so wish I could have sing along on in theaters though. But watching it twice was it for me. When I watched it twice, I gave it 5 stars. I said, "Man, I have never felt that way since Hamilton. I've never felt this way since Hamilton. I don't think about Frozen and all that stuff. Bro, it's just that good. It's a good musical, cohesive, like, But I do have a bit facts of I do have a little bit of facts of like K-pop Demon Hunters though. It is the most highly successful musical / animated film with its visual style, like the Spider-Verse films and stuff like that. Shout out. Is a cultural phenomenon, and it's the most watched original title in Netflix history with 325 million viewers, being out red notice. We talked about this before in the show.
Unbelievable.
And they have and and as you mentioned too, like the 2-day limited release, earning them like $19 million, which is so insane. Like when people are loving it from young and old, it's insane. And their soundtrack made that significance as well. They just went platinum, and they went on the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 of their songs.
Yes, yeah. I keep watching the charts, and every week it's the same. All the songs are up at the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Soda Pop is up there. Like Golden. Oh my God, Golden has been number one. I think it was number one for multiple weeks, 5 or 6 weeks in a row.
It is, yeah.
Unbelievable. And
because of the catchy like lyrics, that's the whole.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. I love
and
like that.
What you said as well is so true. It is absolutely a musical because the songs are very integral to the story, and I and we don't really see, like, I know you mentioned Frozen earlier, and one my favorite animated movie of all time, Prince of Egypt, is one I think of when I think of like the classic.
Movie. I remember when I was a kid. Yeah. Man.
Like when I think of like
of it though too. Yeah.
Yes. And when I think of the animated musical, I think of Prince of Egypt. But this movie is now also what I think of because everything is so well executed. The storytelling through the music is something I really love, and the fact that the soundtrack is translatable because it's not just the storytelling. You're right; the lyrics are well written. It's catchy. The instrumentals are well produced. The mixes are good. Like everything is like very much still how you'd expect for like a K-pop album that's coming out in 2025, but turned up to 11 because it's also this big story narrative, and it's so cool.
And mind you, this is Huntrix and Soulja Boys just taking this shit over. Other than like BTS, Twice, and then what's the other one?
Blackpink maybe you're thinking of,
Like, that is mind blowing to me that they got beat out by these fictional.
I know. It's funny because you're right. It's these fictional groups, but these are real artists, that are, and some of them are part of other groups. Like for example, like Audrey Nuna is somebody I've been following for quite a while. She's more of a rapper actually. Like the music I'm more familiar by her is more rap. So to hear her come and do like the singing is really cool. That's something different as far as like me being a fan. But yeah, these artists are like. It's cool. They're established artists that I don't know if it was Netflix or Sony or whoever brought them all together, but it's so cool, like how they got all these artists to come together. And yeah, just like you said, it's Spotify. The records have been broken. Billboard. It's a phenomenon. I mean, the fact that it's the number one movie, original film on Netflix. It's unbelievable. This is international animated film. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah. Shout out Maggie Kang for this because like that is where she got that. That's where she got like the inspiration in the historical like, and she's from South Korea. Yeah, she's from South Korea too. Like man, shout out to her. Like shout out to her for like giving us this because like this is incredible. This is so incredible, honestly. Like
something I wanted to touch on because you mentioned it earlier with their brief theatrical window. I thought it was so smart of them to do it because now they're available for awards contention because the Oscars requires that films have at least a limited theatrical release. Listen, we could see this film getting some Oscars. I mean, certainly it's in the running for Best Animated Feature. It depends on, there have been some decent animated movies that have come out. But I mean, this film is kind of in its own league in terms of the creativity, animation style, popularity. It's kind of just, it's up there. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with like, for example, like Zootopia 2, because I know that's on the horizon. that will be crazy. Well, because I don't know. I mean, the first film made $1 billion. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
There are non like Disney and Pixar films that won a couple Oscars in the last few years though. So.
Yep. Yeah. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio comes to mind.
Oh,
that one. That was good. That was really good. And yeah, DreamWorks has obviously won certain awards, and Sony too with Into the Spider-Verse, I believe, won the Oscar. So
that right there is like one of my favorite Spider-Verse films, and by the way, that's one of my favorites on my Letterboxd too.
Both movies. I can't wait for the third movie. I'm curious, like
Spider-Verse though. Oh my god.
Yeah. Sony Animation. They know what they're doing over there. They have good franchises. Yeah, I'm excited for their future. For sure.
They've been kicking ass to a T. I love it. I love it. They've been eating these people up, man. They've been eating them up like flies and whatever. How you?
But and you mentioned this earlier too. Something that I really liked about Demon Hunters was the animation style.
Yes.
It's very different from anything. It is stylized, like, you know, we talked about Spider-Verse. Obviously, that's incredibly stylized in its own, you know, category. Mm-hmm. But this film, like, I noticed it especially in the facial expressions. There's a lot of just funny, like, what, I can't even imagine the I can't imagine like the animators like sitting there like animating and just like dying laughing because like their expressions are so funny.
The references
like
and stuff.
I think of like the sushi roll moment where she's like sniffing the sushi roll. Oh my god, it's just so over the top, but it's still you know, it doesn't ever get annoying. It doesn't ever get like tedious. Because you can get to an annoying, you know, but they keep it, they stick to the story, you know, and also I loved the villains. I thought that the Saja boys were great villains.
Gima and
Gima, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And I loved their world and their little bit of like the world building and the like homage to like South Korean culture and. I mean, it's so cool because, like, I was not familiar with, like, the supernatural stuff that, like, people in South Korea grow up believing. Because, obviously, we have our stories, like, you know, growing up in Massachusetts, we have the Salem witch trials and all that stuff, you know? And it's, like, you're seeing a totally different, like, culture from the supernatural perspective. I thought that was so fascinating. And it made me kind of go do a deep dive on all that stuff and learn where they got their influences. Yeah. No, it's brilliant. I loved it. I love when films are not afraid to play around with, and we'll get to, you know, Sinners later because that film also is very much about, you know, culture and but like this film is it's wonderful. I loved it. The songs are great. I wanted, you know, we'll see at the Oscars. We'll see what happens.
Even just the impact of it too. I know I've written this down somewhere, but I love how it kind of has like a power of community, friendship, and also just a cultural pressures. I feel because that's part of like her character development, especially like with Rumi and stuff like that. Because like she's actually the focus of she's actually the focus of this movie actually when she has all these patterns and stuff like that, like trying to hide and stuff like that. And just kind of like embracing who she is and stuff like that. I think that in itself like referencing to just like societal issues that we have today. Like I think like that is incredible to see, even incredible to witness too. Like especially with the songs too that just incorporates this. You know, like battling our inner demons and like being accepted for who we are and stuff like that. So I think that's that in itself. Like I love, you know, especially kind of that like that piece of it. You know, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And I loved the friendship of the three leads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just like total sisters. It's nice to see that because I feel like, you know, I don't know when the last time we've really had, I mean, obviously we just talked about one of them days where, again, female-led, friendship-led, you know, female. But, you know, and we're getting them this year, but like, this is a year where this has been sort of going against the grain. I feel like we see a lot of male friendships on the big screen, and we're getting more of that, and seeing how it can be a phenomenon. I mean, I think about all the like little girls that look up to these, like to Hunter X and everyone. Like, I think that's just, it's really cool. Yeah, I mean, if I was like a kid back, when this came out, I totally would be, enthralled with, their friendship and everything. I think that's really cool. So yeah, no, 100% agree. The themes of everything, and of course, doing the trope of like the second end of the second act, like the reveal, and she has to, confess to the friends, and then they're like they have falling out. But you know what what I loved about it though, because it felt different than just how a trope normally could be, because they came back together through the finale like song.
This is what this one sounds like. One of my favorites.
Dude.
I love
Dude.
it. Nothing but the truth now. Nothing but the truth for what I shout out EJ. Shout out EJ. That's my favorite right there. Shout out EJ. I love her.
I mean, and listen, you can do a trope. You just have to do it in a new way. And I think that they were able to do that. And I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite animated movies to date, I can't remember anything like outside. Well, of course, like Studio Ghibli and stuff like that, but we'll get to that another day. But yeah, I love Studio Ghibli though. Yeah. Yeah. But no, like shout out K-pop, because listen, I'll predict this right now. This is the early prediction, by the way. This is most likely going to win like best animated feature.
I think so.
Next year.
And I think it should. I think the only I mean, just again, the impact of it, because I know that like it's not supposed to be a popularity contest, but it's not just like that, right? Like, this isn't just a popular film. This is a film that is popular, but is also culturally significant, thematically significant. It's well written, well animated. It deserves all of the praise it's getting and more. Like, I hope that generations continue to keep watching this movie. I hope there's a physical release someday, because I'd love to own the Blu-ray. I don't know if there is one. If there is one, I'm sorry if there's already one out, but I'd love to own the Blu-ray, because I'd love to see the behind the scenes of the animation and everything. So I hope Netflix gets on that and releases that. I think that would be really good.
In case you guys didn't know, Mikey has like a physical media collection, by the way.
Yes, it's very important. I believe so strongly, because listen, here's the thing: Netflix, yes, it's their own movie, but that also gives them executive power to just be like, one day we'll take it away, and then what? Then you can't watch it. It's lost media. I think that's stupid. So own movies, own music. I know that it's not always the most convenient, but
he also collects CDs too.
Yeah, CDs and vinyl. Yeah, I think it's important, and it supports the artist directly. So yeah, I think it's so important, especially in this day and age where, again, we see more and more movies. I mean, we think about what's the Acme movie that like literally was done, and then they shelved it because it was like a tax break. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
And think about all the creatives that took all their time and the money already spent. I mean,
the hard effort that put into it. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I feel very strongly about it, because it's important. And then you have it forever.
It's coming out next year, though. Well, it's now coming out next year. Like the Cowboy versus Acme movie is coming out next year, though, and in distribution of Ketchup, though. So shout out Ketchup for sure. They just released The Day the Earth Blew Up, another Looney Tunes film, which I thought was really good. Go see it on HBO Max, though. So I thought it was pretty dope. Just want to add it on there too. I know K-pop Demon Hunters are like superheroes, but like superheroes in a way of Superman. You know what I mean? Like
that was good. I was good.
No, I haven't even thought about it before. I haven't even thought about it before. No, but Superman actually. By the one and only James Gunn.
Oh my god!
I mean, we all know who James Gunn is, like with Guardians and all that good stuff. And he's now a CEO of or actually co-CEO of DC Studios, and like working on kind of like everything DC. Basically, they just rebranded to like the DCU. This is actually one of the first films that he directed and produced in that realm. I think it's part of like chapter 1 or something like that. It's like probably like what Marvel's doing like in terms of like model wise. But yeah, like he's been picking up a couple influences from like comic books and stuff like that. Like he making it seem like, okay, like we're getting straight into like what Superman's doing, which I thought was pretty cool. Let me let you in on these box office numbers. $650 million earned, 8th grossing film of this year, 83% Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, people like it though. Not like Henry Cavill. I mean, don't get me wrong, Henry Cavill's great and all, but like, you know, hey, people like this version because like it's like refreshing. I feel establishing what Superman is about, and just, you know, like, and I'm surprised about the story too, like especially like because he did face the huge consequences after like international conflict and stuff like that. So like actually like that in itself, like I keep thinking about this because I wrote this down too as far as part of like the max of it all. You know, like kindness as strength, not weakness, hope and compassion, and then like literal globalistic issues, responsibility and actions, challenging the status quo, like humanity's potential, like all these things that James even incorporated, even like in today's climate. It's like, my goodness, like wow, just wow. Like I never thought of it that way, but then some people, well, I wouldn't say, well, there are some people who didn't like take it that well, but whatever. That's just comic book fans at the end of the day. But no,
Yeah.
I think James Gunn kind of knew what he was doing there. But I totally get like where he's coming from. But he ain't worried. He ain't worried at all. I don't think.
No, I don't think he should be worried. I mean, listen, if you know, talking about the box office real quick as well, like this is the highest grossing comic book movie of the year. Marvel could barely crack $500 million with Fantastic Four and their other movies.
Yes,
I mean,
watching the other day. Yep.
Dude, Fantastic Four made like I think 560 around that, but
Yeah, let me
Captain America made $415 million, and Thunderbolts didn't even crack $400 million. I mean, you got to think about Marvel had. I mean, we're talking they had. Some years they had multiple $1 billion, you know, and so it's you know, I do want to talk a little bit about this idea of people have spoken about this before, but comic book fatigue, which is like people are, you know, we've seen all these comic book movies and now it's like, well, it's not the big thing anymore.
Yeah.
You know, people are feeling some fatigue about it, and especially with the critiques of like the MCU, with how things have felt less connected, less structured.
Yeah.
But then here comes James Gunn, who, by the way, Guardians 3 was fabulous, and that was a modern Marvel movie. So,
are you kidding?
And I think it just has to do with the minds behind, right? Because the guy is writing, he's directing, he has such a vision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, here comes James Gunn to kind of tell people like, and you know, I understand that it didn't earn as much as Man of Steel as far as like, you know, total, but to me that doesn't matter. This is the first film in a new franchise, right? And it's a beloved film now. It has many fans, and also people really like the stuff around it. People really like Peacemaker. They like Creature Commandos.
Yes.
I'm
so glad you mentioned Peacemaker, though.
Yeah, so I don't think he should be worried. I think Warner Brothers, I mean, they've had an amazing year. I mean, they've had literally, if I think of a studio that has been going just insane this year, it's got to be Warner Brothers from a critical and financial standpoint. Especially in the horror space, they had like Conjuring, Sinners, Final Destination. Oh my God, they just like, it's crazy. But back to Superman, yeah, I think people don't have a superhero fatigue. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is the people were making movies that just weren't that good. And like listen, I saw Captain America. I mean, it just wasn't. And listen, I love Anthony Mackie. I think Anthony Mackie is a very strong Captain America, and I think he's the best part of the movie. And every action scene he's doing, he's giving it his all. He looks great in the suit, you know, but then it's like just the writing and everything around him. It's like I wish they would just kind of go back and get some second opinions. I feel like sometimes there's not as much editing that needs to be done in the script writing. But when you think of a guy like James Gunn, he's clearly just going back and editing and fine-tuning. And he has such a great vision. But yeah, Superman, I already had high expectations going into it, but genuinely it even exceeded it because, like you said before, all the themes and you feel such a strong feeling of hope when you leave the theater. You're like, oh my God, I want to go, like, you know, buy a puppy or like some stupid, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, you feel so joyous. Like you leave the movie, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, loved it. Thought it was great. And yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for the DCU. Yeah. You know, this is a great start.
Yeah. Shout out David Cornsweet, Nick Holt, Rachel, and everybody who has been involved with this. Especially like me getting the edge of my seat. Because man, the one thing in the movie that I enjoyed is his monologue, like his little small monologue when he actually finally beat out Luke's leather. Actually, that gave me a bit of hope. Actually, like that's my greatest strength. You know, kindness, man. Like that was great. No matter how you kind of perceive it, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I 100.
That's what's
I 100% agree. Like, I like his version of Clark as well. Especially the conversations that he'd have with Lois, played by Rachel, and they have a great chemistry. But also, what I like about them is their relationship feels very real. It's not the fairy tale, like, you know, because I feel like the classic Superman, you know, Lois Lane relationship is very much, you know, fairy tale, and like that's totally fine. Like I have no issue with that, but I liked this approach because her character is actually one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. I think her whole subplot of trying to break the story, she's so brilliant, and all the antics she had with Mr. Terrific. Oh my God! It's just like, and all those. Oh my God! All those guys in the what is it, the Justice Gang?
The Justice Gang. And me and my gang pull up, yo, and I'm able to run in. Yeah. They're great. I you know, I think some people kind of said, oh well, there's a lot of characters, and I get that, but I think a guy like Gunn knows how to balance it well, because, you know, he's directed 3 Guardians movies. He knows how to handle the team dynamic so well, and he executed that in this movie as well. I thought he did a great job balancing all the characters. We got backstory from everybody. Everyone had their moment to shine. Like Hawk Girl, like taking the dictator out of the window. I love that scene so. Oh my God, that was so funny. Also funny.
And yeah, and to what you said too about the issues, because listen, and I know this is intentional, but the whole conflict of the film is this like land dispute and all that, and it's just so totally James Gunn is alluding to the conflict in Gaza and the Israel-Palestine conflict, and I think the way that he is critiquing it and the way that he handled it, especially like the scene with the child like holding up the symbol, the hope symbol. I mean, listen, like obviously, you know, it's a film and it's in the realm of fantasy, but I thought it was really important for him to bring in this context where we are seeing what he's talking about. And he's doing it in a way that doesn't feel like he's shoving it down your throat, which, like, honestly, on this issue, it needs to be shoved down people's throats, frankly, because it's just insane that this has been happening. Won't get into it, but love what James Gunn did, and I think he was really smart to address it and use Superman as a tool to be like, no, we're not going to tolerate this behavior from this dictator and from Lex Luthor, and who literally represents the billionaire, class. That's like, you know what I mean? Like James Gunn is so smart with his, just bringing in the way that he does everything. It's so intentional. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out, that I think he should get his kudos for that. And
no, you made some
just
good
the way
points,
that, yeah.
actually. Yeah, you made some good corners though. Like, I mean, James Gunn, like, I love how he kind of thinks in that sense. Like how he views the world and stuff like that. Especially how like with like how he incorporated that into like a comic book movie. Like that is something like I haven't seen before, but like I think he did an incredible job. Like especially kind of incorporating that, because like that it like you said, it's not intentional. Like you have to do it for the sake of like like telling a story. Yeah,
but then and then again, just like leaving the themes of family, and you just leave with that sense of hope. And I think that's really important, especially addressing those heavier themes and topics, to also give the audience that, listen, it's good to feel hopeful. It's okay to feel happy. Like you don't have to always be worried and focused on all these things. Like it is okay. And I think what you said earlier too, like hope is the strength. He's saying we need to use that as a method to overcome all of the craziness. And I think that is such a profound message that we need in 2025. And I love that it's from a comic book movie, because then everyone sees it. You know what I mean? It's getting it to the biggest possible platforms. Yeah, kudos to James Gunn for just being an awesome human and a great director. And yeah, amazing.
And remember, kids, be empathetic too. Empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy ain't no
True.
Either, so let's not get it twisted, buddy. Let's not get it twisted.
True. No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to talk about briefly. What did you think of crypto?
All the dogs.
Because
because like that. No,
he's such a cute. I love that, because and James talked about this too. I watched like an interview. He said that crypto is based on his dog, like the model. I think they did some motion capture. Yeah. So, but it's so freaking cute, because he's like, yeah, my dog's a little shit, and like we wanted crypto to be like, kind of like biting and. But it's I love that that crypto is included, because if I remember, I don't think he ever made a debut in the DCEU with like Man of Steel and all. And I can't think of I don't know, because
except for like animated stuff,
right. I don't think we've had a live action crypto, and then also the reveal that it's actually Supergirl's dog, and I can't wait to see their dynamic.
Next year, Supergirl's coming out next year, and Man of Tomorrow's coming out 2027.
Yep. Yeah. No, they're right into it. Like, yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to see the dynamic between Supergirl and Superman for the future. And but I just wanted to address crypto, because I thought he was such a fun component of the film, and like, I loved it. James Gunn, he's always got to throw like a cute animal in there, right? It was like Rocket was that for the Guardians movies, as crypto is now. And then I don't know if you've seen Creature Commandos. That's like an animated show.
I still need to see that. Yeah.
I forget. The name is escaping me for some reason, but there's a character in that show he's like a hyena, like anthropomorphic, like crazy rat looking character, and he's so funny.
For a sec, I thought you talked about Timon from The Lion King.
No. Actually, it's funny you say that, because the character, I don't know why the name is escaping me, but the character is he kind of looks like a meerkat, just like a really big one, and he's like disheveled, but anyway, he's always got to throw like a cute animal in the mix. So yeah, love that too. But yeah, but dude, can we just talk about Sinners? Can we talk about Sinners,
Somebody
dude?
take me
Oh,
in your arms. From the last time I see the goddamn sun. I saw the goddamn sun last time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to.
that was beautiful.
No. I think I
Um,
blew it. No. Okay. Yeah. No. Let's talk about Sinners. No. Let's talk about Sinners. Oh, Sinners is
dude,
it's actually one of my favorite films of the year. Like that's like literally like my number one. When I first saw it, and like, well, this is one of the best cinematic experience I've had in a long time, because as intended, seeing it in IMAX 70mm for the first time and AMC Lincoln Square was that for me. I honestly, and Coogler was right. I was just blown away. I was just blown away by just because I came into this movie like without like I came into this with no expectations. Like I don't know anything about this movie, but when I saw it and I'm just like, I'm in awe. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. Like, we're talking like 1930s Jim Crow era, Clarkston, Mississippi, like incorporating like music, because I have it here too. It's like celebrating the past, present, and future. Sometimes music can be a little devilish sometimes, especially like modern times today. Now, I'm not saying like all music, but like some music that has incorporated that. But like it's so incredible. It's such an incredible feat for Coogler. And let me tell you something about like Coogler, bro. Especially with this film. You and I have talked about this one time when you came to Hoboken, like in my birthday weekend, right? We talked about the deal he made to Warner Bros. Actually, not just Warner Bros., but just like the distribution rights of it. He asked for first dollar gross. He asked for Final Cut privilege and ownership of the film after 25 years, and then Warner Bros. Said, "Yep, done deal, done." And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, that gave me hope. That did, because let me tell you something. Black creatives and filmmakers, they're probably gonna run this up a few years from now, me included. Like,
yeah,
look, like
owning
their work, having the creative freedom. That's what I want to do. Like, I don't want someone tell me what I can and can't do in my work. Like, no, like I want to own my work 100% off the cut. Like, when Coogler did that inspired me to actually like that I know my worth. I know my voice. Like I can amplify these voices. You know what I mean? Like that as a filmmaker and as someone who works for film and TV, like that gave me so much hope, because like who else is going to do it but us? You know what I mean? And it's like even when the news articles have been talking about it, making it seem as a bad thing. First of all, didn't Quentin Tarantino did the same thing? Like, we all know Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, and all that stuff. Great films, by the way. But like, nobody talks about because there is one article about Sinners, like the deal, and they put like a little asterisk. It's like it doesn't make sense. Like, bro, like Ryan Coogler did that exact same thing because he knows what he wants and he did it anyway. So it's like, man. And which, by the way, because of that, he earned almost $360 million at the box office. And now it's the number one. Well, I want to say number one, but like I think number 6 in like in a horror like grossing film or something like that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong if you're looking at the box office, stuff like that. But he earned those dollars. He did. And like, man, shout out to him. Shout out to Ludwig too, because Ludwig did compose this actually.
Oh my god.
Just the blues and the souls and everything else. Shout out to the producer, even with his wife. Shout out to like the cinematographer Autumn. She made it crisp, clear. Like, come on. like you can't convince me nothing. That's why I mean, like, that's like my number one like film of this year, because like I felt I've enjoyed this. I felt that like like that was the one. Those are like one of the films where I'm just like, okay, like I want to make the craft like that, on a high scale, no matter what I'm doing. So that gave me hope. Anyways, sorry. Carry on.
No, thank you for no, dude. Like you're saying, like everything that needs to be said, because you're so right, and what you said is so true. How the media specifically misses on certain issues when it's a black creative versus a white creative, and we actually saw this year. And
come on, Michael. Come on.
Listen, no shade to the last film we're going to talk about, which is One Battle After Another. But listen, the way that the media addressed the box office with these two films is different. Because with Sinners, right? And keep in mind, Sinners has significantly more total than One Battle is going to make. One Battle is not going to make as much money. Sinners is, and I'm looking at this here because I was thinking about it earlier, but 76% of the box office total came from the US. That is crazy, right? Because, and also, if I remember correctly, the second weekend drop was like 5%. It was like unprecedented. Like, we never see a 5% drop weekend to weekend. Does not happen. And it's because US audiences showed up, specifically black audiences showed up to this film. They watched it in IMAX.
Yes.
They got even more IMAX screens after, because there was such a demand.
Yes.
And then the media says, well, this is a box office, the box office isn't high, this and that. And then with One Battle After Another, they're saying it tops the box office. It does this. And look, again, no shade to that movie, and we're going to talk about that movie. It's an amazing movie.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying, and it's the same with his deal, where you're right. Tarantino made a deal to get his masters to his films.
Yes. And
then Coogler does it, and now we're not. Why are we not talking about it? This is a historic moment for a black director to get a deal like this.
Yes.
And we're not going to talk like it's. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. There's a weird I mean, we know what the reason is. Like, we don't need to say it, but I'm just saying, like, you're absolutely correct.
You're more welcome to say it. You're more welcome to say it.
There is a bias because he is a black creative, and unfortunately, we're still dealing with. And it's crazy, like that. That's the issue still with a movie like this. That is such a celebration of black culture, of all eras. We're still stuck on these, but obviously the people who know what's up. And we went out, we watched the movie. I wish I could have seen it in IMAX. I saw it in AMC on, normal. I imagine it. Oh my God, that's such a treat. That's so cool.
Yeah. Next time I'll take you with me. Next time I'm taking you with me. So
no, 100%. But yeah, I just had to say it because I just think it's quite frustrating and annoying that we're still dealing with these type of media biases in 2025 when we've I don't know, but it had to be said. But anyway, that doesn't take away from the success of Sinners because, like you said, I mean, this film made $366 million.
Yes,
this is a horror movie. This is a horror movie that has music in it too. It's an unconventional type of horror movie, and again, like you said, it's set in an era that we really haven't seen a lot of movies. Definitely not horror movies, but movies in general. We don't see the Jim Crow South as a setting, a backdrop, and it adds so much to the context of the film and all the issues that the characters are working through. But yeah, let's get into it because this film is really, really fantastic.
Let me tell you this. One of the few things I think is cultural appropriation, like vampires as a cultural vulture, exploitation of music. Like, I think of it that way because, like, if you think about, like, like with Remick and all those vampire stuff like that, like they want your shit, and I think it kind of reflects back on, like, I know this is a hard truth too, but like people have been using like black culture as if this is their own, which quite frankly, like, come on, dog, really, because like let me give you an example. Country music, like the banjo originated from country music, I think, back in the day. And then you look at, and obviously, for instance, Beyonce did a country album, like reclaiming that genre, reminding people of like where that originated from. And then next, she got backlash for it, but she don't care. She got a Grammy. She got an album of the year. She got best country album, and she got what, like a best country performance with when one of my favorite songs,
Miley,
album by Miley Cyrus. That was it for me. But like it's stuff like that that needs to be said, and that like coincident. I don't know how to say this word, but like it kind of like encapsulates of like what this is, especially like Remick just taking stuff, and it just seeing the vision of it, like and it's just exploiting it in general. It's like
I do want to talk about Remick, because I actually it's funny that you mentioned this the like culture vulture analysis, because I honestly it's not something I really have thought about those characters, but you're absolutely right that there is like there's a metaphor here about how white people come in and hey, we want to join, we want to do it. But one thing I'll say, I did love how not only did we have like of course like all the music and the celebration of different genres of black music and exploring black music, but also Irish music. I mean, you
come from an Irish heritage, right?
The do I come from Ireland? Look at my head. What do you say? No, I'm just. But I love, dude, the Rocky Road to Dublin. Like, that was one of my favorite songs from the movie, because that's also, and honestly, like his character, in terms of the characters in the film, that were racist, because there were, especially at the end, there's the whole like shootout, and like I didn't find his character to be as
one of my favorite scenes, by the way.
Yes, dude. I mean, and we'll get into that.
It was just cinema. It was cinema, and then when Smoke got a final word, yeah, I was like, yeah.
But I found his character. I didn't see necessarily his character specifically trying to. I don't know how to explain it. Like I didn't see sort of like racism from his character, or him trying to take. Oh, obviously he wanted to like eat them and convert them, but like in the metaphor, because and this is something that is just but I find it interesting because in the Jim Crow South and beyond, there were Irish people that were marginalized as well, and were treated as like second class, even with white skin. They were still treated as lesser by other white people, because of course there needs to be a freaking hierarchy, whatever. So I just thought it was interesting that they chose him to be Irish, because that, just knowing that history, I just found like, of the people's motivations, his motivation felt the most like he's just doing this for the vampire stuff. And also I think he mentioned he wants to tap into the ancestors and see his old family and all that. So I thought that was interesting of Ryan to kind of bring that in too, because I don't know like whether or not he was aware of that, or if he's discussed that, but as just somebody who is knowledgeable of that, I just found that quite interesting, because all the other characters were very like Southern, and they clearly were not good people. I mean, literally the opening scene, the first people he converts when he's on the run from the Native Americans, those people, didn't they literally have like a KKK robe in the back? Like, these people are literally like the most like obscenely terrible people. And then So he, in a way, yes, he was the villain, yes, he's the bad guy, but he's also like taking out all these bad people too. So I don't know. I liked him, and I thought that he was bringing something different because again, the background of everything is so important, and I thought it was nice that we had a character that wasn't just being like, a piece of shit. I don't know how to explain that. It just felt nice that it wasn't just, you know what I mean? Because like I think you could just do it in a way that were there other characters like the guy who sold the brothers the building and all that, like, so, but I liked his character, but he needed to go. They needed to take him out, and they did. They took.
There we go.
That
is literally one of my
yeah,
favorites, honestly. That was
yeah. I'd love to talk about it. What did you like most about the ending action scene?
Can I just say everything?
Of course.
Can I just say everything though? It's everything, bro. It's everything and more. Like, brother, you sold a building. They made a joint. You gonna come back in the morning and you want to tear all that shit down, but then Smoke got the last word. So, yeah. I guess Hogwood
It was very satisfying.
got it coming. Hogwood got it coming. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, do not when they say when Smoke says there's this meme going around. Oh wait, I don't know if you know this meme. Yeah, let me say this. If I say I'll smack everybody in here, you're gonna be that is literally how I think of Smoke right now. That is how I think of Smoke. Like, dude, think about it. Like, when Smoke stands on what he says, he mean it, believe it, and yet you didn't listen the first time, so he gotta put you down. So, yeah.
It was so.
I don't know what you want
It
me
was
to
so
say.
satisfying.
Yeah.
And can we talk about Michael B. Jordan, because, dude, he's delivering. I mean, he's delivering a dual performance.
Yeah, we never seen him in a dual role before, and that is crazy.
No. And just like you said about how Smoke has such great characterization, Stax as well has such great characterization, and the way that they are, of course, they're brothers, and they have similarities for that reason. But like they are so unique, and Michael plays them differently, and it takes such a talented actor to pull something like that off. I mean, yeah, I mean Michael B. Jordan, obviously him and Ryan have worked together before with Black Panther, and Creed. Did he do Creed? Did he do the first Creed? I forget if Ryan Coogler directed that. Or...
He did.
Okay.
He did 3.
Okay. So
no, Ryan did 1, but Michael B. Jordan did direct his own Creed movie, I think, which is 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. So they have, and you could tell the chemistry because, I mean, they work so well together. I mean, honestly, I said this to my friends after I had left the movie, but to now see, you go from Black Panther to Creed to now Sinners. It really feels like a modern day, like Scorsese De Niro, because you have this director-actor pairing that meshes so well. And and I feel like they're just going to make like infinite movies. Like until Michael B. Jordan is literally like retired, he's just going to make movies with him. Yep. Like, I don't think they're going to stop.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought that was a valid comparison. What did you think of the newcomer, Miles? What was Miles Canton? Is that his name?
Miles Canton as Sammy Moore. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
His voice coming through a background of music. My goodness, man, he comes from a soul blues, like coming from that like music background, and like seeing him in his debut. That is everything, and that's how, like with his character and stuff like that, like it's really that connection that matters, you know what I mean? He comes from like this like R&B / like background, and the way that Cougar made it work for Miles, though, incredible. You know, like I'm very surprised. It's like he has his debut, and Chase Infinity also had her debut as well. So I'm like, I can see the picture now. Which, yeah, like, oh my goodness.
You know, it's you bring up a good point because honestly, because we mentioned award season earlier, and something that would be really cool because the Grammys does this. They do a best new artist category. There should be a best new actor or a best new actress category.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
How cool would that be?
That might be a good idea. Yeah.
We just qualified debut.
Qualified
but
debut. We should make a petition to the Academy asking for this. Actually,
I love it. I'll sign it right away. Let me just mention one more thing about Sinners, just on the music topic specifically. The end, I think, a mid-credit scene has they come and they meet up with yes. So the person playing older Sammy, he's actually a famous blues musician who I recognize. His name is Buddy Guy.
Yes.
And Buddy Guy is like known, like well respected. So listen, it was like the cherry on top for me as a fan of like blues music, and I mean, to see him like in this role and just like kill it. Like I know it was a small role or like a cameo, but like it was just so cool. Like freaking that's Buddy Guy on the screen. Like that's awesome.
I know. Yeah.
So shout out to Ryan Coogler for knowing his history. Oh yeah, of course. No, but like shout out to Ryan Coogler for knowing that history and having such a great artist come in and represent that, because it felt like the cherry on top of a beautiful decorated cake. It was like amazing.
And you know what else is a cherry on top? One battle after another.
Dude, you mentioned Chase Infinity. Brother. Let's start there.
Brother, when I watched it literally on a Monday at 11 a.m. with my buddy Nate. Shout out Nate, because he's one of my good friends, my new friends from New York and stuff like that. We met 3 months ago, and I dragged him to come with me and see this movie. So shout out Nate. What a roller coaster that movie was, and I can see why it's like it's been buzzing. I can see why this has been the most buzzing movie of this year, and why it's named as the defining blockbuster of the 21st century by the one and only PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson. Like, I came with this movie with like zero knowledge, because obviously I saw the trailer for it when I was watching Sinners, but the cast killed that shit. And Chase Infinity too, with her debut too. Like, this is her first film with PTA.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you don't hear every single
day. It's a big deal.
It's like you look at what Tiana. It's a big deal. It's literally a big deal. Like when Tiana said, even when Tiana Taylor said, she seemed surprised too. Like, and she's so funny too. Like, she mentioned like, hey, PTA. Think of PTA as a chef. Like, let that boy cook. Like, let him cook. Like that's what he did. He cooked this whole film. Like, when I wrote on my letterbox like review and stuff like that, I did mention like this. I feel like this film is necessary and needed, especially in the climate in a climate like this, because like,
yes,
man, we gotta do better with this, especially with like the societal issues that's been going on, especially like within our own country. And it's like art imitates life. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, like I never thought of it that way. And it's true. Art intimidates life and everything that's been going on. So it's like, You got the revolution and the collapse, generational trauma, freedom, autonomy, and oppression, navigating the justice system, hit the literal historical context behind it, like all wrapped into one in the modern sense. You know what I mean? It's an action comedy, political thriller, all wrapped in one. So it's like, dude, like, I feel that people are going to analyze this into like video essays, and I bet you right now film scores are also going to study this too, because like that, I feel like this film feels like the most important piece of art that anybody can learn, especially as a filmmaker, because like it's shot, because mind you, it's shot in VistaVision. Actually, it got shot in VistaVision because it has been used for a longest time. And it's also open in IMAX 70mm and stuff like that. And it's like, this is huge. This is literally the first of many. And it's like, man, it's so crazy of the time that we're living in. And PTA has been doing this PTA has been wanting to make this story for the longest time, like 20 years, as if I can recall. I think I read that too. I think he based it off on a book. I think it's called Violin. I think it's called Violin. Tom Paichon or something like that. He wrote the book. And he based it off of that and made a modern twist of it. And I'm just like, incredible. And the way he just kind of revolved it around like modern issues, especially in a climate like this. It's scary, but at the same time, it's needed. You know what I mean? He made 112 million worldwide, and it's PTA's highest grossing film. Think about this. And it got 98% Rotten Tomatoes. So,
which is, I mean, my God, yeah, that's an incredible feat.
Leo, Tiana, Chase, Sean, Benicio, Regina. They brought their A game. They put it to a T. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's Chase Infinity. She is somebody to watch for sure. I mean, she has so much strength to her, and I absolutely loved like she had a little bit of everything in this role, right? She's doing really serious, really intense stuff, especially at the end. She also has some comedy. She has the angsty teen. I mean, she's like, it's for a debut. I mean, what more could you ask for? You're working with Leonardo DiCaprio. You're working with Benicio del Toro, Tiana Taylor, Paul Thomas Anderson.
That is a flex.
Seriously. And and also, I don't know if you've been seeing this, but something I love about her too is her social media presence. She's been making a lot of videos promoting the movie.
Yeah, with the marketing.
She's like she's a great marketer too. Like, she knows how to market herself and market her films. She's so likable. I had to give her the follow immediately. I was like, I'm watching you. Like, you're awesome. I can't wait to see what you do.
I follow her too.
Yeah. No, she's awesome. And it's great to see like Gen Z talent as well. Like, and same with Miles Canton. Shout out to Miles Canton as well. And we're seeing amazing Gen Z talent step up and work with like juggernaut actors and juggernaut directors.
Oh, dude,
so cool!
Yeah.
I love it.
Hire Gen Z for film and TV. Hire
Gen
Z right now.
Yes.
Hire Gen Z.
Yeah,
because we have talent. We're not stupid.
No. But going to what you said about how necessary this film is, because we touched on it as well with both Sinners and Superman. Like, with Superman, James Gunn, he has the metaphor, like the conflict is not actually Israel-Palestine, right? There's a metaphor going on here. In Sinners, there's metaphor here, but there's also the realism of the backdrop of the Jim Crow South. Here in this movie, we're seeing everything in our face. We're seeing ICE detention centers. We're seeing massive protests. We're seeing ICE put a fake protester in the protest just to throw the Molotov, which does happen. This is what happens in real life. And this just happened in Boston too. I don't know if you saw, but 13 people were arrested the other day for protesting the Palestine conflict. And Listen, this is what happens all the time. They send in these moles to instigate, and then once the Molotov is thrown, well, now they have all this authorization to use this type of force and throw the smoke grenade and the gas. And it's just crazy to me that Paul Thomas Anderson has the balls to like put that in a film, because this is literally what's happening right now. Like, but I love how in your face it is. We're showing the ICE detention facility right at the start of the movie. It's open. It's on a highway. I mean, come on. Like, we're seeing how immigrants are being treated with so much injustice in this country right now. And he's not shying away from it. That takes serious balls to do that. And who better to do it than a guy who knows what he's doing behind the camera? He knows what he's doing with the script, right? He's not just saying things for the sake of it. We're seeing these things because it's really important to see. And just like you said, art imitates life. He's not showing it because, oh, this is like some dystopian. No. This is literally what's happening. You can go see videos of, what's going on, right? And he's not shying from it. And yeah, the French 75 or 74, I forget the exact, but
it's 75. It's 75.
These are right, and these are people that are standing up, and obviously the film is it doesn't it's showing things, and it's not necessarily it lets the audience ask a lot of questions, like, are certain things justified, right? There's a great thought process I had about the film about like utilitarianism, because these guys are going and they're doing really good work and they're freeing people, but then they're also simultaneously robbing banks, and obviously what happened with the security guard being shot and killed. So there are moments where you're like, we need to assess, right? Like, why are we doing what we're doing? Are we doing things correctly? And I thought that was also really smart for him to show all of that too, because it's really important for us to be thinking about, especially as young people, how we want to lead and how we want to do things. We can't just go in guns ablaze all the time, even though we might want to, because we're so angry and we're just like, we need things to change. But look what happens. People get hurt, people get killed. But also then on the other side, it's when people are peacefully engaging. Then you have they're literally putting a mole into so it's a really frustrating dynamic. But I thought Paul Thomas Anderson showed it brilliantly. That was this film was so necessary in a year of many necessary films that have a lot to say. This one had so much to say about the United States at this present time and how people think. And absolutely, what you said was spot on. Something I would love to talk about.
Do like an honorable mention too.
Yes, please.
Andor. Shout out Andor. Oh
my God.
Season.
We're living in a time where
we have friends everywhere, by the way. So
yes. No, the thing is like, we have the media, we don't have the media literacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have people that are media illiterate. They don't understand what's being said, right? They can't look past the metaphor. That's why I kind of love this movie so much, because there's no metaphor. He's just like, this is literally what's happening right now. But yeah, no, you're so right. Andor is another fantastic example of exactly what we're talking about important issues and translating the real world into film. But can we talk about specifically Leonardo DiCaprio as this kind of washed up? This is such a different role for him. He's like a deadbeat. You know what? Not kinda. He is. And you still root for him because, obviously you know where he stands morally. He loves his daughter. And you want to root for him. But yeah, I mean, the guy is just, it's so, Leonardo DiCaprio is such a brilliant, he's a chameleon. You think of, like, he did The Revenant. he did, Django Unchained. It's like every character is something brand new. How many actors can say that they do that, right? There are a lot of actors that they do one thing really well, and that's amazing. But this guy literally is just, he does a different role every time. But I would love to hear your thoughts on his character and just like in general the French 75, because it's so cool, like what they've done.
I think for me, the French 75, for me, it's like they want to fight for the greater good, because I know they're kind of like far off of like, fighting for the greater good and just like finding what they believe in, especially with like Julio and Tiana Taylor. I feel like they want to do these things, but when they got a kid, it's like I feel like Leo's character's perspective like kind of changed differently. You know what I mean? And so like that's why it's just like, okay, he's kind of a deadbeat, like he's like an ex-revolutionary and stuff like that. And like when he found out that his daughter got missing, that's when he's like, oh shit, this shit is serious. So it's like I feel like he pulled up his weight, but at the same time it's like, okay, like I have to get myself serious. Like this is my daughter I'm talking about. Like this is my life here. This is my life I'm talking about. By this corrupt military official, with Sean Penn, shout out. I mean, his performance is crazy, but his character I cannot stand at all. Like that is some crazy shit he doing, and he's doing all that just to join the, what's it called, the Christmas Adventurers or whatever.
The Christmas,
I don't even know what the heck that even means. But when I kind of figured out like the puzzle pieces of like, hey, like they're like a all excuse me when I say it's like an all white group. I'm like, oh,
no,
that's why no. All these things, like,
oh yeah, don't apologize. I mean, they're literally they're white supremacists. They're literally terrible. They're literally terrible people.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure this out.
Dude, Sean Penn is such a maniac. I have never seen a character like this in my life. He's honestly such a freaking crazy guy. He's so scary. Oh my god!
He's like the hell out of me. He's gonna hell out of me. Not just that. The car chase, bro.
The car chase was very Alfred Hitchcock. I have to say. I don't know if you thought about that as well, but for some reason it just, I don't know. It reminded me. I feel like I'm watching a film from like. I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, so long ago. The way that it's shot, it's like you're on a roller coaster.
That's what I'm saying. This is the roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt, and the music as well. The score in the film is, I mean, and again, a shout out to all the scores in all the films we mentioned, because they were pretty good. But especially Sinners, it takes the cake. But this score, especially during the scene, the protest scene I mentioned a little bit earlier, but when he's like escaping, it's like you're on the edge of your seat because the score is like, and then again in the chase scene, the score.
Dude.
But yeah, Sean Penn, I would love to see him win an Oscar for this role, because
I feel people are calling him for just like to win like a best supporting actor. I feel.
Yeah, so I think I think. I don't know. It's going to be hard. There's so many people I want to win, honestly, because just from these movies we saw, never mind other movies that have come out this year. Yeah. But if anyone deserves to win supporting actor, I feel like it's got to be Sean Penn at this present moment, because you don't even realize it's Sean Penn. I don't like, I obviously I looked at the cast list going into the movie, but I've never seen a role like this from him, or just a role like this in general. He's so just, oh my god. Yeah. And I would hope that there aren't people in real life like that, but there probably are, which is crazy. There probably are, which is sad, but yeah, I mean, and then obviously his ending was particularly satisfying too, when he thinks he had it made. He survives the car accident, he survives getting shot. And then they just kill him anyway. It's just like,
yeah.
The only thing that would have made him more satisfying is somehow if Chase Infinity's character could have shot him, or killed him or something. I thought that could be very satisfying too. But
that would have been a showdown, like a Western showdown.
Yeah, that's low key what I thought it was heading towards.
That's what.
And then the hitman comes out of nowhere, pulls up on the side with the Mustang, and
we're the Poss looking ass sweater. We're gonna look
oh
man.
But yeah, no, and I love Benicio del Toro. You know, I mean,
he's a vibe.
You know,
he's a vibe.
He's just great.
He's just so funny.
He's somebody that honestly, I think people overlook him when it comes to like really legendary actors. But you look at like the films he's done, like Sicario is one that I really think of, where you gotta. I mean, this guy is literally such a talent. He's so incredible, and I don't know. I wish more people like addressed him. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I just wish he got more like more recognition, exactly, because he really is, and also everyone, you know, I was watching some interviews, people love working with him, and there's a lot to be said about an actor that, you know, is really good to work with and easy to work with. It just makes them even more likable to see their performance. So
no, exactly.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, like, I know we're running on time here. But like, I just want to do something quick. Like, next films to watch. Like, you know, like I'm gonna do a little bit of mentions real quick. For me, I'm looking forward to Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Guillermo's like Frankenstein. Those are the three I'm definitely looking forward to, especially like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off real quick. You know, Hamnet, Shakespeare, like, man, Chloe Zhao. Banger. Hopefully I can see it in theaters. If not, I'll just watch it on Peacock. Mars Supreme. My God. They just premiered it on like what, New York Film Festival, and I heard it's going good. Tiffany Chalamet is like a lead actor contender. So I'm just trying to figure out like, hey, like, how can I see this early? I want to see this as early as I can. So hopefully I can get that out of the way. Frankenstein, however, I heard it's really good. Guillermo del Toro is always great. With, you know, monsters and stuff like that. So I think it's coming on Netflix, I think, in November, so hopefully I can catch that. But yeah, just quickly, what's your next films to watch? Your three.
I mean, I mentioned Zootopia 2 earlier. I'm excited to see another animated movie. It's been almost a decade since the first one came out, so I'm excited for it. You know, Disney doesn't have the best track record with sequels, but we'll see. The first one was so good, so I'm like, you know what? I'm excited. What else is coming out? I mean, Tron just came out. I wanted to see that.
My friend saw it last
night. Okay, cool.
Great, so
yeah, all right, awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. I don't know. I mean, there was one movie that I forget the name of it. I think it was something like Walking Man or something like that. It stars Glenn Powell, and
The Running Man.
It's
The Running Man.
Running Man. That looked hilarious. The trailer looked so funny.
I think I might add that too, actually, because I've heard it's a good.
The guy who directed it is the guy who did Bullet Train and Deadpool 2. I want to say Deadpool 2, maybe. His name is escaping me. Oh no, Baby Driver. Maybe I'm thinking of. He did Baby Driver.
Edgar Wright.
Exactly.
Oh,
so that's on my radar. So yeah, that's Zootopia, Tron, and then also I'm not like the biggest fan of this franchise, but just because it's such a spectacle, Avatar 3 is coming out, so that's a big deal. And you know, James Cameron, he's James Cameron, so you
gotta let James Cameron do James Cameron things.
Exactly.
So obviously, Mikey, where can they follow you? Actually, can I tell them for you if that's okay with you?
Yeah, please. Love shout out.
Go follow my son, my college son. Be so for real. Like I want everyone to support my son. Follow my son at Cyrus Drango, okay, on Instagram, all right. And also, remember I told you guys he's like a DJ extraordinaire. Well, guess what? Boston peeps, New England, okay? I'm talking to you. There is this thing called wavPOOL coming up, I think, probably next 2 weeks. So show up, okay? Because tickets are going to be selling out. They do underground music. They do like Raven, EDM, you name it. Like, they are right. Like, go see it, okay?
Yeah.
Follow them at wave.pool Boston, okay? I'm probably gonna put that in the description below. So like, be supportive. Mikey's gotta talk a little bit more about it, and you all better listen. Come on, Mikey. Come on, kid. Come on.
Yeah. Thank you, Cobbina, for giving me a platform. Please, if you want to follow me at Cyrus Drango, appreciate it. Follow at wavPOOL wavPOOL.BOS on Instagram. Next wavPOOL show is October 25th. The last one sold out, so get your tickets before we sell out. I'm working with Moe Wavy, jBuchii. You already know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, come and hang out. We love to see you. And Cobbina, it's been, again, it's an honor to be here, and I'm so happy we did this. And please have me back. I'd love to do another episode.
You already know. You already know. It's almost like you're my co-host for some reason. I'm like,
Hey, maybe, maybe we could start.
I mean, hey,
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah.
But I guess one parting message I want to leave is just be kind to people, y'all. Please just be kind to people.
Yes, be kind.
That's all, man. Just be kind. That's it.
Just that. Yeah.
And Cobbina, you're very kind, so you're already 2 steps ahead of it. So you're good.
Thank you. You don't gotta like. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's it for Keeping Things Real. I'm Smasher C. Follow me at Keeping Things Real Pod. Follow my Insta, all that good stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe to this man.
Subscribe to this man. Yeah.
You better subscribe. Like and comment and subscribe. Okay. Like and what is it? Ring the bell. Ring the bell for notifications.
Ring the bell for notifications.
Don't forget.
You better not forget. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all soon.